On today's episode of the Carolina Sports Guy, we're talking bad. Yeah, real bad. We're going to go back and look at the 2011-2012 Charlotte Bobcats. Yes, post-original Charlotte Hornets, pre-new Charlotte Hornets, Charlotte Bobcats. Terrible team, folks. Before we get into today's content, if you haven't already done so, folks, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Hit that bell notification to be notified of other videos like what you see in today's videos. I cover videos on Charlotte Hornets, Carolina Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes, and major college sports in both North and South Carolina. Hit the like button, pound it, and also as well, give me some comments, folks. Leave me some messages. I've really been looking forward to some of the messages, some of the positive encouragement, and some of the just debate been going back and forth with a couple of subscribers. All right, folks, I kind of want to look back, and I was going to start to do one on the Charlotte Hornets upcoming with the 11th pick in the draft and, you know, kind of taking another stab at free agency. I kind of did it early. Want to kind of look at it a little bit deeper as we get closer, as the season's winding down, and just kind of seeing what's out there free agent-wise and who we might lose, who we might pick up. But I wanted to give that a little time. So to kind of keep it fresh in my mind, I just got it on my mind the other night, and I started thinking about the old Charlotte Bobcats. And, you know, I don't wear it too often. I don't really brag about it. I'm going to put it on for you right here, since it's in the video. This is the old Adam Morrison jersey from the Charlotte Bobcats. Don't wear it every day. It's something I've just held on to for sentimental reasons, we could say. But I kind of wanted to do it for the video, and I just forgot about it. But anyway, just kind of got looking at this team, and, you know, that's the reason why I brought out the jersey. I just saw it, and I was going through my closet, and I said, man, let's go back and do something on the Bobcats. And they had a couple of years. One year they made the playoffs. They got swept, but they had a really good team with Gerald Wallace. But I got thinking about that team that finished 7-59. You know, they had gone on a strike hiatus and, you know, kind of started the season late in December instead of October, and looked at it and said, man, that's a terrible team. And lo and behold, I looked, their winning percentage, 7-59 is a .106 winning percentage. And I said, well, man, I remember the 1972-73, I believe it was, Philadelphia 76ers. They finished 9-73. Doug Collins, by the way, played with the Sixers, coached Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan one time, whose son played at Duke, was on that team that finished 9-73. And I did the math, and I said, wow, the 9-73 Sixers, they won 9 games. And this Bobcats team only won 7, but, you know, the Sixers lost 73, the Bobcats lost 59. So I did the math. Charlotte Bobcats winning percentage of .106. Philadelphia 76ers winning percentage .1096. So you're talking about .003 and change. The Charlotte Bobcats were worse. The worst winning percentage in the history of the NBA. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about, well, a couple of things we really want to look about here. They had 2 different losing streaks. Well, really had many. They had 7-game losing streaks, 5-game losing streaks, 8-game, you know. They had a 16-game losing streak in kind of the early on in the season. And then at the end of the season, I mean, they wrapped it up in the end when you start looking from March to, I guess, May, 23 losses in a row. Just terrible. Who was on that team that year? DJ Augustine, who had been a first-round pick. Still like that pick. He came out of Texas. We had a rookie by the name who's still with the Hornets now, but the Bobcats then, Bismarck Biyombo. Matt Carroll, if y'all remember him, wasn't really a great player. Boris Diaw had some memorable years, but mainly for other teams like Portland. Gerald Henderson, the former star at Duke, he never really panned out for I think he was taken number 13 in the first round one year by the Bobcats. Maggette, another Duke player. Maybe there's something about Duke players playing for the Charlotte team. And a rookie by the name of Kemba Walker. And it's kind of hard to blame Kemba. He was a rookie coming in. He just came off that great national championship year with UConn. So it's kind of hard to hold him accountable for that. All right. But in looking at this, I want to look at the 7 wins. You know, they picked up the very first opening night. They started the season on December 26th. If y'all remember, it was like Christmas Day, the day after Christmas. I think Christmas Day the season started that year. And the 26th, they got a home game against Milwaukee. And they win 96-95. And I'm thinking, man, great way to start. They beat Milwaukee. This is good news. They're going to really be rolling around. Folks, you know, we can go a total of about 9 days later before they win another game, so they've dropped a few. Close games, but they play at New York. Finally get another win, January 4th, 118-110. So as bad as they are, it's not looking so bad. Now they start dropping a few games. We're getting 2 weeks into the season, since the second win against the Knicks. And they play Golden State of all teams. Now remember 2012 Golden State wasn't quite the Golden State we remember, you know, now, but yeah, they did have Steph Curry. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is a period of time that, had a rookie by the name of, oh my God, I can't think of his name. Klay Thompson was a rookie on this team. But they beat Golden State in Charlotte, 112-100 on January 14th. So they pick up one win the opening night in December. They win 2 games in January. It's terrible, but it's only going to get worse. 4th win. Thank God we played the Toronto Raptors that year. They played at Toronto on February 17th. The only win they're going to get in the whole month of February. They beat them 98-91 at Toronto. Okay, so that's 2 home wins, 2 road wins. March 6th. The March was pretty good for the Bobcats. I say pretty good. They did win 3 games. They won 1 in December, like I said, 2 in January, 1 in February. They end up winning 3 games in March. March 6th, they play Orlando and Charlotte, and they win that game 100-84. Turn around 6 days later, they go at New Orleans, and they beat New Orleans in a slugfest, 73-71. You know, you look at the Milwaukee game, and you look at this New Orleans game, a 1-point win, a 2-point win, they easily could have lost more games, folks. And I know they lost some games in overtime and lost some other games by a couple of points, but this was an ugly season. So to go to New Orleans and play that time, not the Pelicans, but New Orleans Hornets, and beat them on March 12th, 73-71. So that right there, just 3 road wins and 3 home wins. Okay? And they're going to wrap up their last win. It will be at home against Toronto again. So, man, Toronto, they had their number. And it was a close game, unlike the first time. Well, I said the first time was a 7-point Charlotte win over Toronto. This time it was a 4-point Charlotte win over Toronto in Charlotte on March 17th, 107-103. Now, from that win right there on March 17th, they're going to lose 23 in a row. Now, the only good thing about losing these games was the lottery. And everybody thought, man, Anthony Davis of Kentucky's coming out, unibrow. We need him. Jordan's the owner. We get him in here. We got a young Kemba. We got a couple pieces. We get this great center. We're going to, we'll be a couple pieces away. Unfortunately, the lottery has never been kind to Charlotte. And the New Orleans Hornets gets Anthony Davis, and the New Orleans Saints owner, Tom Benson, gets this first pick. And the only thing I'll commend them for, a couple years later, they changed their name to the Pelicans, and we acquired the Hornets name. But we ended up with the second pick in the draft, and could have had Bradley Beal. We picked Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, who I loved his defense and his hustle. He just was a terrible shooter. Terrible shooter. And it really kind of set us back for a while. Paul Silas was the head coach of this team, folks, but this was definitely the worst team. Whether you look at the original Charlotte Hornets, whether you look at the Charlotte Hornets of today, and you look at these few years we had the Charlotte Bobcats before they become the Hornets again. This was right up there with the 2 years we didn't have an NBA team because they moved to New Orleans. 7-59 in 2011-2012. Charlotte Bobcats, rest in peace. So, folks, what do you think of today's video? Leave me some messages and some comments. Smash that thumbs up button. By all means, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And hit that bell notification to be notified of other videos like this. I will see you next time on another episode of the Carolina Sports Guy.